little spring moment. We're switching things up today and we're going to Home Depot. Let's go. We're getting close to the end of this project, so I'm running to Plot Twist Home Depot today, and I need to get some light bulbs, looking for knobs, some hardware for the cabinet. I do also need to look at molding. I'm going to do like some picture frame molding, like box molding at the bottom of the wall, and probably a chair rail across the middle, so I'm gonna look, but I'll probably want to go to Lowe's for that. And yeah, soon it'll just be like decor and little pieces like that, which I'm excited about. But a few more elements at this stage. Basically molding. I need to get the shoe mold. Hello. I need to get the shoe molding on. I need to get the molding on the walls. And not a dead squirrel. Not a dead squirrel, just flopped on its back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't. I'm sitting in the Home Depot parking lot and I need to go inside, but I just saw people who I know go into the Home Depot. Maybe I just need to get more comfortable with social interactions, but I don't see that coming anytime soon. So do I just go inside, know I'm gonna run into these people, and carry on a conversation like a normal human? Or do I sit in the car and wait? Nowhere is safe for the socially anxious and awkward. What did I come here for? We are slowly but surely nearing the end. There's really only a few things left we need to do, but right now I want to change out the light bulbs that I have in the light fixture above the mirror to clear light bulbs, like an Edison bulb look, versus what we have in there now are regular light bulbs, and they don't look great with the glass. This looks so much better already, honestly. Much better. Do you like the warm? That looks so much better. So much better. No. If it's too warm, that's what they look like now, which is so much nicer. I think I feel a lot better about the light bulb situation now. I'm just trying to determine whether I want to swap the temperature of this overhead one down a little bit so it's not so warm. It's not really showing up that warm on camera, but in person it's a little warm. I don't know. I'll let it sit for a minute. I'll let it simmer. We'll let it simmer. We'll soak in. Okay. It's very yellow. I don't know, I might be overanalyzing. Switch that. I don't know. Let me think about it for a little bit. Alright, anyways, I need to paint the conduit. So all of this is new and white, obviously. So painting all this the same color as the wall to blend in. The way this was set up is that from the light switch, there's conduit running up to the ceiling light, and we just ran conduit over to this light and this light, so it's all controlled by one switch. And then speaking of painting, I have all the shoe molding that is primed, and I need to paint it the color of the wall before attaching it because it's just going to be so much easier to do that way. Let's lay these out and paint them real quick. So that's done. They'll probably take at least 2 coats, and then while I have the paint out, I'll go ahead and paint the other things in there that need painted. One thing about me is I'm so messy. Like, people who know me know. I think it's part of being a creative, but it's also a frustrating trait. I'll admit today I really was struggling to get here mentally. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed and in my head, and everything feels scary and hard and dangerous, and it's hard to realize what is reality. But I got here. I came, I showed up, I did it. We're getting there. Painted threshold, first layer on the conduit is done. 2 coats on the shoe mold. I need to paint the exhaust fan, but it's not letting me clean it very well. I have knobs for the cabinet doors I need to put on. I don't have to do everything today. I have to remind myself that sometimes. I always feel like there's more I could do, and that I'm not doing enough. So that's my own thing I have to work with. But okay, figured it out. Painting this, and I think we might call it a day. I'll probably bring the other molding in because I would like to measure. Actually, let's measure right now. 60 inches. Oh, that will be actually perfect. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I need. And then the other pieces I got are 18, which I think was correct. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna have a little lunch snack, if you will. Yet again, another 90s mix on Spotify. My favorite part, I think, because it's made for me, so it's music that I listen to or similar. And my favorite thing of this 90s mix, it had I'll Make a Man Out of You, Donny Osmond from Mulan. And I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but that's very much me. Impeccable. And it's an impeccable mix. It's a classic. If you know, you know. Today's a trim day. So we're getting the shoe molding on. I'm getting some of the picture frame molding on. Have some knobs to put on. Just a few finishing touches that I think will bring the room together. But first, shoe molding. I have my miter shears, which these save so much time for small molding. Instead of having to run out and cut those pieces with a saw, you just have your shears and they adjust to whichever angle you need to cut at, and you just snip them like scissors and it works really, really well. So I'm going to be using these for the molding today. Okay, I'm gonna use my miter shears at a 45-degree angle to cut the quarter round. Okay, so behind the toilet and sink, I'm going to be doing a little box with molding. You can get molding and cut it down yourself, but I love these little kits from Lowe's. You get them in the size you want, obviously the long pieces and then the short pieces, and then you just glue the back, stick it on. You can paint over these and finish your wall. So the brand is called Build and Batten, which is so cute. I think it was like 13 bucks or something. So it's really not bad for putting in some decorative molding like that. I'm gonna glue these onto the wall. Okay, got the chair rail put on, and then I'm gonna do the molding below, right behind the toilet and the sink. I have knobs to put on the cabinet doors here, so I'm going to measure and drill some holes. They do make little template tools for measuring cabinet doors that would go on, and you have different hole options, and it would be measured exactly the same on each side. So if you were doing, say, like a whole kitchen or multiple cabinets, that's something you could use. But because it's just two knobs we're doing here, I'm just gonna measure it myself. So I'm gonna put some painter's tape on the front and the back side of this. Start with a small drill hole and then work your way up. The painter's tape kind of helps it not get ruined on the outside, as well as the back. For the back side, and I don't have an extra piece of wood, or else I would do this, but you can butt up a piece of wood to the back, so when you drill through, it's not busting the wood on the back side either. These are the knobs. I got them from Home Depot. Just a really nice goldy bronze knob that I think will work really well in there. My dad is also making a top to this that comes over slightly, so these will be nice to stick out a little bit so you can still, you know, grab the door easily. Then once you have your hole drilled big enough, remove the tape from both sides, and then you can begin to attach your hardware. So all that's left to do is caulk and paint, and then style everything. We're getting so close. Okay, I'm gonna test out the gray tile caulk that I have. I'm gonna try it around the toilet first to make sure the color matches. And if we're good, then there's like a few small spots I'll do, but maybe just like 3 little areas. There's a few spots that I'm going to use some white as well. Going to attempt to get all the caulked areas painted in the next like 15 minutes, so we'll see how that goes. We're so close to being done. There's just a few things I need to touch up and a few little details I need to do, and then it's styling day. We're like this close to being done. I feel like my projects are never complete if I don't bring out the rub and buff. So I did use rub and buff on this light switch, and then also the grab bar and the toilet paper roll holder. I thought about spray painting these because we wanted to use the same ones, but for me, gold spray paint is so hit or miss, and I didn't want it to look gaudy, but I wanted it to have like an antique gold feel. I just love rub and buff for that reason, because it gives that kind of antique look without looking super fake. This was all chrome before, so there's bits and pieces where the silver's still kind of popping through a little bit, which I feel like gives it more depth and dimension. Also, with the positioning of these, I thought about it so many times. They decided to use the same ones, and I decided to just leave them where they are. I did measure specifically the toilet paper roll holder, and it does technically meet ADA requirements. It is technically to code. It's on the far end of the range, but it still adheres to it. So I just figured, might as well leave them. Doesn't require to patch any of these holes or to get new hardware. So tried to make the easiest route for us for this. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a very small spot of a bit of a stain from the green paint that dripped, and I have one in the corner as well. It's the only two spots that I have a tiny little tinge of green on the tile. So what I like to do for these situations is just a little bit of nail polish remover and a Q-tip. Just a little nail polish remover. Cleans it right up. Okay, for artwork, I decided I'm gonna use this print that they had hanging up at the office. It's an old photo of the courthouse square, and their building is right over there. So I thought it would be really cool to put a vintage photo in our vintage inspired bathroom. So I'm gonna go get this custom matted in a frame, because it's, I think, like 6.5 by 10, kind of a weird image size. So gonna try to get custom matting done and find a good frame. It looks so good. And then I think I'm also gonna get a soap dispenser. I think I also want to do my own reed diffuser with essential oils. So I'm thinking some sort of decorative glass bottle, either clear or maybe like an amber glass. Last day. It's styling day. We're getting all the last tiny details in to get it looking perfection. Then we'll be done. And I can't wait for the finished product. Let's do it. And that's a wrap. We're done. The bathroom is completely styled, completely finished, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I really loved this project, and I feel like everything I was hoping for, our mood board and our vision, came to life in this space, and I'm so excited for it to be used and loved. Well, we started in this position. I feel like it's only fair to wrap up upon the throne. We're finished. They have been calling this the secret garden as I've been doing it, and I feel like it does embody that. It brings about this sanctuary that you just enter, and it's a completely different world than the rest of the building. I just wanted to incorporate as many little special moments as I could with details and styling, and bring in photos that tie into the history, and I'm so happy with it. So on that note, what am I doing next? I actually don't want to leave.